Are you ready, kids?
Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, we're done.
Okay.
Welcome to, I believe this is episode 4 of Doki Literature Club.
All filmed in one day. Just kidding.
No.
Anyways, Natsuki, let's dive right into it, shall we?
Get onto the edginess. Let's
All
go.
right, yeah.
Boom.
Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday, but I saved that day for the Lord, so I'm not sure how I'm going to prioritize that day.
Oh my god. Gotta click.
My anxiety shoots up through the roof, and my father taught me not to believe in anxiety, but conflicting feelings are as broad as ever in high school. Even though I've got pretty used to handling her at this point, I still get bucked off the horse sometimes. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school, and Jesus isn't leaving room for us. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I had to make something happen between us? Maybe I could get that muscle mommy, but she'll have to go to the gym. Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. Until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. I'm going to start charging her rent based on the way she lives in my head.
Wow.
It's already Sunday.
Did you stay outside for like 2 days straight?
I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I've been thinking for so long I've been outside for 2 entire days, and I don't understand why. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into conversation. And you know how one thing leads to another. That's actually a pretty common phrase in the divorcee community, where they just say one thing led to another, and all of a sudden they were hooking up with each other, and that divorce has gone bad, and that child is left an orphan. But anyways, she's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute languages, and it seems too ditzy for her. But she also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, like I hoped to do, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early that other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. It's kind of like that feeling that you get when you see someone every day, and then their absence is just... the silence is deafening, if you get what I mean. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit...
Nice house.
I decided to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over, and when I see her house, I realize perhaps I could be a sugar baby. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself, because that's what my daddy taught me. If the door is locked, you knock. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we was family.
Not literally family, though.
The house is quiet, but anyways, before I was so rudely interrupted by this other voice in my head, I have schizophrenia, but sometimes I have flare-ups in traffic. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. She probably killed herself. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me, so she's probably left me hanging if she ever decided to hang herself.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I don't like when people leave me hanging, so I'll never commit suicide. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori?
Hi, Steve.
I sit down in her room next to her giant plushies. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell she's different. There's a minute of silence between us.
You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you?
I guess you're right. It has been a long time, and I start to reminisce on everything, and I just realize our friendship means a lot. Not much has really changed, has it? Sarah's room is as messy as it's always been. It's not even that bad. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she had for years now, and I noticed that there's a bowl sitting on her shelf, and I'm not sure if she's ever used it, but if she ever uses it, I'm sure she'll need to clean it, just so she don't get sick. And I noticed that her calendar was torn, but I disregarded. If you
like came over more often, like it wouldn't be such a mess.
I'm sure the bed would be more of a mess. Oh. That's because I ended up cleaning it for you.
How come like you want to suddenly come over today? Are you like supposed to see Natsuki today?
Yeah, but Wait, how did you know that?
Yeah, how do I know that?
Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting, so maybe she was watching instead of Yuri.
Monica told me. It's like only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
That gossiping little bitch. Oh, that's true, but what about you? Aren't you supposed to be helping Monica today?
Of course, but like, I'm just like helping her online. We didn't like plan to meet up or anything.
Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki then.
Yeah.
There's more silence between us, and I can feel it and she can feel it, but we move on. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you was doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Steve.
That's no good, Steve.
Uh-huh?
Why can't it just, like, be like it's always been? Like, this is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that, like, the fucking stupid fucking mistake, that, like, you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is, like, just, like, my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's, like, the world decided. That's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Spank me, daddy.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What?
Sayori, what did you just say? I grab her by the shoulders to let her know that I was interested in what she had to say. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. I know it. I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in the way that you walk and the way that you stand. I know something happened. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. It's kind of like those smiles that people smile when they're just like being, all polite at work, where you know that they're not actually really smiling with their eyes, but they're smiling with their mouth. You know, those kind of smiles.
True. You really put me in a trap, Steve. But you're like wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just like seeing it for the first time, like
seeing what? I need glasses, sweetheart. What are you talking about, Sayori?
Like you're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Steve?
Is this bitch pregnant? What's going on?
Oh no, I guess I have like no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every fucking day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Like, why would I even go to school? Like, why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone, like, worrying about me.
I'd take a second to process this. I'm in shock.
I'm in shock too.
I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? I bet it was a very deep and dark sadness, the type that people hide, and then when they're slightly upset, you can always tell, and you get really worried about them, but they don't want you to worry about you. They don't want you to worry about them. Did she really want so badly for me just not to think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. You know that I care about you, right? Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried as a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. Because my mama always taught me, if you can make someone's day by just giving them the smallest smile, then you do it. And I believe that for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you have to do is tell me. You
don't understand at all, Steve. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to fucking waste. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me.
I feel that.
But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my fucking heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt.
You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori.
Of course you don't.
But I don't need to understand, because at the end of the day, all I want you to know is that I care. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do.
No, Steve. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Tears streaked down Sayori's face, and I can hear her in the background of my monologue.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. Now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I fucking am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments.
Sayori leaned over as if she wanted me to give her a spanking.
Please. Because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders and prepare her for the spanking of a lifetime.
Oh my god.
It feels weird that I'm not a paternal figure, but either way, this would later define my kinks for the rest of my life. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace.
Steve.
Sayori. I don't care if you're feeling selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. I would say you're the main course and they're the appetizers.
Aww.
But please never underestimate how much I cares about yous. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Steve.
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides.
I don't consent.
She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Steve,
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs, so something's clearly happening. But we would come to find out later what that was. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care, and sometimes that can be enough. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. We'll do this together. I'll make those feelings go away, if even for a second. And if there's anything that you need me to do, do not hesitate. I will be there for you, forever and ever. Then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me and returns the favor.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Steve. The only time I'm not feeling anything is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too.
Sayori lets me go, and the room brightens once more as if her feelings have lifted. As she does so, I let her go as well, as to not be creepy or linger. The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes, and I can see the light start to come back to her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel.
No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, I wouldn't really forever forgive you.
But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me in my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm like, sorry. I don't know if this would be good for me today. You understand, right?
It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, because I'm one of those simpletons. But I'm trying my hardest.
It's like, okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright, I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. Her words were still like a permanent marker in my head. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over, because I have the attention span of a Skittle. I think Sayori is right.
Of course I'm right.
I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. But something's still stuck in my head. But either way, I moved on. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I'll spend only a few minutes back at home, and weird enough, the piano music turns into a riff, so it probably indicates that we're about to have some fun. But either way, I was anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I knew it, she texted me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I opened the front door to let her in, but it wasn't her. No, just kidding, it was.
Sup?
Hey. I don't know what I was expecting,
like your shirt.
but seeing Natsuki in something other than a school uniform totally threw me off.
You see that cat?
Yeah, this was not the kind of attire that I was expecting from a girl, not a woman, a girl like Natsuki. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison, and it also seems brighter based on the way the color contour of her collar and her sleeve match her hair.
Jeez, don't make it so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in.
I see you brought a lot of stuff, and look at our fucking kitchen.
It's pretty nice.
Natsuki's carrying a large bag that's probably full of baking supplies.
Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked you to, right?
Yeah, I did. Did you think I was that stupid?
Yes.
Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Not sure why she wanted hydrochloric acid, but we would find out later that night.
Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part.
Well, of course. You know, I always help a girl in need, especially nowadays now that I'm older. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Her spirit was more bubbly, and the rose had less thorns. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Maybe it's the rigid structure of the educational system that grinds us down and makes us complete bitches and assholes. Anyway, let's go to the kitchen.
What, you're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Steve?
Come on, since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me as if some sort of simp. This is ridiculously heavy. What do you have in there, dead bodies or bricks?
I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed?
I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. Probably because you're shorter than the other women.
It's because I'm so small, isn't it?
Well, I just fucking told you, bitch. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest, and little did she know she would be the inspiration for this older lady named Amber Heard. So interesting. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. My daddy always told me that my mom always told him that size doesn't matter.
Size doesn't matter.
How dare you? Do you really hate being small that much? My dad seems to be alright with it.
It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size.
You know, I met a gigolo who said that as well.
It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. So are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you.
I say in an unconvincing laugh.
What?
That's a little bit more like use. You're more fun when you just speak your mind and all that.
Ooh, hey. Now you're treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to,
You want to spank him, darling?
And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri, doesn't mean you should treat me like...
Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki...
Forget it! I didn't say anything!
I should apologize. I thought to myself, I don't have anything to apologize, but I figured, ever since I had a girlfriend, I should start apologizing for nothing. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. In history class, I learned about the Holocaust, and that is the exact body shape. And you know what? Skin and bones still get skin and boners, if you know what I mean.
I feel delighted. How would you know that anyway?
I watched the History Channel. Just trust me on this one.
Gross.
Hey, was that to me?
Who else?
Man, I hope you didn't smell that fart. Let's just get started already.
You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally find your weakness, Steve.
My weakness was actually muscle mommies, but she didn't know that. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally started to pull things out of her bags so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Kinda like Hell's Kitchen, except without Gordon Ramsay screaming all the time. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and other human fluid, and plastic bags were strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. Did you know that 7 is a lucky number in China? I didn't know that either. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all my movements just to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. But she didn't know that I had experience working in a kitchen, and she was exactly like that bitch sous chef that would watch me and monitor everything that I did, and she was shorter than Natsuki.
Steve, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays with red 40.
I think it's still in the bag next to the table, but if you need some more protein, I can make some. But you just need to direct me to the bathroom. What are you using it for?
To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorites.
Oh, that's a cute idea. Little did she know, I didn't see in color, so I wouldn't have been able to tell. Are we doing anything like that with the icing?
Do you want to?
You know what? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so...
Come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Couldn't you at least try to have fun?
I'm having fun in my own way. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me, but I knew that if I didn't figure out what it was, I was going to be in deep trouble. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into small bowls and put a few drops of food color in each. Oh, that does look pretty cool, though.
I thought you were colorblind. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions.
I was used to getting baked, but not baking.
The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up.
Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I
So
recall
much
Natsuki
risk.
proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes, and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. Little did she know that Hello Kitty would give her a lawsuit because that cat looked very much like a certain kitty.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then, despite not seeing color.
Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring.
Yeah, it's getting there. We was just using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with the whisk and a huge bowl for the icing.
The icing's still a little lumpy.
Like your mom?
Are you even trying? I don't have a mom.
Well, yeah, I didn't know that, but either way, you've been up to some motherless behavior. It'll just take a lot longer.
Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Not that I'm against that.
I'd like to batter your bread.
Oh, here, look.
Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back.
You really need to, beat the absolute shit out of it.
Oh, the good old Ray Rice treatment. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved.
See?
As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. This was a major health violation. I reluctantly start to do the same, even though I knew better.
Hey.
Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist.
I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. It's like you didn't even wash your hands.
Your icing, huh? More like our ice cream, comrade.
Ooh.
Are you forgetting who did all the work? Men. I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the bowl and finger it.
Don't make me beat the crap out of you next.
I'd like to see you try, Amber Heard. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. But it's not much because she's skinny. The force of Natsuki pulling me causing me to stumble, making her stumble in return. This is more of a testament to the poor structure that I had in my stance, and not her strength.
Gross! You got out of my face.
Little did she... No, I can't say that. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of ice cream on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away.
My tongue's too small. Jeez. Yeah. You know what? Take this.
Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. I had never been fingered like this, and I was like, you wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. She tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. And then bitches hit. And she's like,
Stop.
Not unless you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know, I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me?
That I did. I do that with everyone.
You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
But they like it. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either.
Whoa.
I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the ice cream. The icing.
What? Do you seriously just...
Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red, most likely because she had never gotten her finger sucked.
Steve, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls, unless you really, really like them. You know that, right?
What kind of question was she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off, so the big man upstairs was looking out for me, and he was protecting my sanctity and my virginity. Because virginity rocks. Natsuki rushes over to the oven before I put a baby in hers. Ooh. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. And this is how COVID started.
No wonder. You left a dirty train here, you fucking stupid ass. How can you make a mistake like that?
You should have checked before turning the oven on, bitch.
Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez.
Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
Yeah? The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, almost as hot as whatever was in the oven. But then the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisks and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. Little did I know I was very close to giving her my icing.
Ooh la la. Oh, that smile is freaky.
I kind of like it. I kind
I
of
don't
like
like
it. Yeah.
That smells so good.
The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. But I would not pull out. Alright, as soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room.
Look at how cute they all look.
She probably shows off the different colored cupcakes, but they all look the same to me, in each of the trays. They'll start looking better once we add the icing.
Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you could get creative. Here, skip the icing into these bags.
Natsuki hands you some plastic bags.
I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though.
What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others.
That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like, happy birthday or whatever.
Huh, I see. I see how this goes. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes, like copacetic or pernicious or effervescent. It would be real fun to see people choose their cupcakes based on a word they like, especially if one of them is suicide.
Ooh!
Hmm?
I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so...
Now I thought to myself, whenever someone says that's actually, they're actually being a bitch.
Fuck you.
Aha! Maybe I'm getting it from you, bitch.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute.
Come on,
Eagles
you're
can fly.
adorable. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. This is PG victim blaming.
Bro, it's like
Wow.
they're writing in the flirting,
Yeah,
the dialogue.
Yeah,
You
no.
can't escape it.
exactly, no.
Well,
Natsuki's voice trails off, probably because she lost her train of thought, but it'll get back on track pretty soon.
same with you.
Eh? Did you say something?
No, nothing. Let's just do the icing.
Natsuki picks up the pace and fastens a nozzle on each of the bags, but I would be thinking about this for the next couple minutes.
There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it.
Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts all of them side by side to admire our work.
Look at how pretty they are together.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I wish I could have one now.
Well, there's no reason you can't, right?
Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite.
Ah ha 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 ha. Sayori is the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner.
Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my daddy cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner.
Ah, already? We were just getting to know each other. That's a shame.
It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance.
Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me.
You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, you could probably do it in one trip.
Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any.
I wish you would listen to me the way she listens to you.
Nah, yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. You just complain and can't do much. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. I wonder what got her off her rocker.
Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today.
You too, sweetheart. I'll walk you out, like my father's always told me to do, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki's already about to leave. One girl came, one girl left, and then another girl came, another girl left. I feel like a frat boy in college. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, at least socially, hopefully. We got very close physically.
Well...
Oh shit, she's still here? I did not mean for her to hear that.
I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything.
Thank goodness she hadn't heard me before.
I'll see you tomorrow. Wink, wink.
Wait, Natsuki. What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. There's this new fad called polyamory where we could have a bunch of people. Like, there's enough for me to go around. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime. Okay? Just bring your icing. I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere.
Do you really mean that?
Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you.
Steve, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Oh.
Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me, and I can notice that she's sweating.
I like how, like, lower in quality she is. Like,
oh, yeah, no, like the quality drops when she gets closer.
It's like, we ran out of money.
Yeah,
ran a budget.
The quality drops as you get closer.
Let's see.
Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the side of my shirt, as if holding on to me, and I notice that the music stops, so this is a serious moment. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision along with her slightly parted lips, and I've started noticing that I've noticed these details about her, and something starts to develop. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breath against mine. I did not mean to say breath, ladies and gentlemen. That was a Freudian slip.
I felt it for a while now.
Natsuki suddenly jumps back as if I scared her.
Sayori?
Eh?
Hi, Steve.
Sayori, just now we weren't...
It's okay, Steve. You don't have to hide anymore. I just stopped by to say hi.
She looks...
Well... You should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's, like, too fucking bad. Yeah, well... I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't need any copies before then, you bitch. Anyway, ta-ta for now. Oh, she just, like, runs off.
Yeah, clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off as if she's the fucking Flash. And Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori... I thought you didn't want to come over today, as the music becomes more somber.
Like, change my mind. I tried staying in my room, but, like, my imagination was being really mean to me. So, like, I had to come here and see it for myself. I just wanted to make sure they weren't fucking her.
What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her, it makes me really happy that, like, you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start falling down Sayori's face. It's kind of one of those happinesses where you want to be happy for your friend, but you feel sad for yourself. I'm sure we've all seen this in our lifetimes.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Steve? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Like, everything, like, hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Steve. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else, especially Natsuki's icing. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel no pain no more.
I feel pain.
We go fix that. As they say, happiness shared is happiness doubled, and sorrow shared is sorrow halved. Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Steve. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. Like too much. I did this to myself. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down to Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own.
I consent.
Do you remember how I always said, I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's some good old-fashioned dick. And that's what I'm gonna get to you.
Oh, no. Oh, God. I love you, or you'll always be my dearest friend.
Alright, so I think we need to go the White Knight route, and we'll just go with you'll always be my
But she's going through depression. Or,
yeah.
Or are we gonna lie? Like, do we like her, or like...
I don't know. I personally like Yuri.
Okay.
But
I just feel guilty, man, because it's the...
No, that's perfectly fair, because, like, when you have someone who obviously wants you to love them, you wanna make them feel better, but you don't know. There's, like, a thin line between lying to them and making them feel better.
I guess if you lie to them and then you can't show them the love, then they'll feel even worse.
Exactly. I've had a couple relationships like that, but I'm gonna go with what's worked for me in the past, where I'll say you'll always be my dearest friend, because that's what we have right now. And at the end of the day, if she's immature and she doesn't, if she's not okay with that, then we'll probably have to sever connections.
Yeah. It's crazy how those are the only two choices. It's just like extremes. You gotta.
There's no fucking third option. Like, you know what? Why don't
just like let's talk about this tomorrow.
You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some real difficult feelings right now.
I'm struggling.
But please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. Just because I've known you, not because I'm a man, not because I'm smarter, but because I've known you a long time. I promise I'll help you get back things. I'm having a stroke, Sayori. Can you help me? I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were.
I see.
Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression, and I could see the sadness behind her eyes. She had those type of eyes where, like, she could be smiling, but you could see the sadness in them. And this is one of those moments.
Is this what it feels like to get, like, stabbed in the fucking chest? I should write a poem about this.
Sayori.
It's okay. This is just like my punishment, remember?
She seemed like a glutton for punishment. I would only realize 4 years later what that would mean.
For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. Like, I know you're fucking right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I need to hear. And the other thing... You're also right that I just want to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Stave. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, like...
Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I had someone who did this. It was very weird. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react, so I just sit there.
Dot, dot, dot.
Sayori looks over her shoulders and flashes me with her breasts. No, I'm kidding. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning off and running off. Somehow she was faster than Natsuki, so she must have been the reverse flash. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house and realized I lost my keys.
Nope.
Why am I feeling so horrible about this?
Because you're an asshole.
Is it the fact that the key takes $50 to replace, or the fact that I just broke two girls' hearts? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Because at the end of the day, I was just a high schooler like her too, and I was trying to figure out my life as well. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they are. But that's the thing about time. Time's arrow stops for no one. And quite frankly, time moves so fast that we forget that we're out of the good times and that things are always changing. And the only thing that doesn't change is change. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day, no matter what, and I hope that it will never change for her, because I care about her, and she was my dearest friend.
Oh, that was so deep.
It's the day of the festival, and I'm drunker than a skunk. Of all the days I expected this one to be, where I'd be walking out to school with Sayori. But Sayori ain't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little bit too much. Meanwhile, the preparation for the event should nearly be complete. I figured that I'd probably have a darker feeling about this later. I managed to carry all the cupcakes by myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way about Natsuki about the event. Oh shit. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend some time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monika, I'm sure the event will be great too.
There's like no music. It's too quiet.
No. We gotta say it's quiet. And then too quiet.
Too quiet.
Yeah, it's too quiet.
Steve, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early.
That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monika is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like and submitted it. At this point, I didn't have my priorities on her because I was trying to impress Monika, I was trying to impress Natsuki, and I was also trying to be a good friend for Sayori, and also that other bitch, I don't remember her name, but that's the one I'll be performing.
I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing that it's not nearly that simple for her. I had a weird feeling in my throat. I only said it because it's the only way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all.
You should take a little responsibility for her, Steve. I mean, especially after you exchanged with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know?
Exchange? Monika, you know about that?
Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all.
That's a non sequitur, Monika, and she knew better. But I stammer embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me real sad, and honestly, it makes me look like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so...
Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think.
Monika is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I feel a chill down my spine after hearing that. She always had this kind of weird kind of feeling. You know those kind of people that they're like perfectly normal, but then you think there's something wrong with this person, and then 4 years later you realize that they were a serial killer. You just kind of had that gut feeling. I had that feeling about Monika.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? I don't trust her at all.
Nah.
They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I flipped through the book. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed out on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. And I was starting to miss the music because it was all fun. And honestly, I feel weird being stuck with the sound of my own voice. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one that I haven't read before, and a chill came down my spine.
Don't skip this one, okay? Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Like, get out of my head. Like, get out of my head. 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 I'm kind of lost. Okay, then, like, those, get out of my fucking head.
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Yeah, okay.
Don't click. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my fucking head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving.
How do you feel about this? I think she's committed suicide.
Oh yeah, she's dead for sure.
Yeah,
what's with the percent sign on the top?
The percent sign?
0 out of
Yeah,
0.
because
It's undefined.
Yeah. I had a couple of these moments where, like, you know how, like, when your feelings are spiraling, and you're like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. It's kind of like that one scene from Breaking Bad, where Skylar goes crazy at Marie, where she's like, shut up, Marie, shut up, shut up, shut up. It's got the same cadence. So something was.
Is there
clearly
anything
wrong.
like if you keep scrolling down?
But a poem is never
stops
actually
moving.
finished. It just stops moving. And I had the dark and deep and dark feeling that Sayori had made a permanent solution to a temporary problem. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach, and I hear the sirens of a ambulance.
Steve, what's wrong?
Nothing. I'm just hearing a siren in my head. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so...
Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay?
I quickly leave the classroom. My mind was racing. I was trying to figure out what she meant by this, but all I knew is that I needed to get to her, and I needed to make sure that she was alright.
Don't strain yourself.
Monica calls that out after me, and it seems like a distant echo, and it would continue to haunt me for the rest of my life. I quickened my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. And at that point I realized it's the little things, you know? Doing the little things for people, it makes them happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. This isn't good. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can feel what's about to come. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door.
Knock, knock.
Sayori! Wake up, dummy! There's no response. This is very odd. I start to get nervous. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy?
She might be naked.
But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door.
Oh!
Sayori?
Help me. I'm choking. Oh, that's like trippy. Oh my god.
What the hell? What the hell?
What in tarnation?
Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sarah wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. What the hell happened? That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. Oh my god. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sarah I would be there for her. It was just yesterday. I told her I know what's best, that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning out her confession, that has to be what pushed her over the edge. It fucking has to be. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship. Why couldn't I be this for her? Then I could have prevented this. I knew I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. So what I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Never.
I just realized we didn't save the game after that one point.
Oh, shit.
There's more. I think. I mean, like, what the fuck's going on with the new game thingy?
Yeah, there's probably. Yeah. That was a lot. That's interesting. Suicide is never the answer.
I feel like this is a good stopping point for now. You know,
Yeah, I
it's
figured. Yeah.
we concluded with Sayori dying, and
Yeah. And that was
her
it.
sprite is covered by a mix of the other three characters.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, she's kind of going at like those Five Nights at Freddy's eyes.
Yeah, but that was our. I believe it was episode 4 of the Broccoli Gaming Channel, Doki Doki Literature Club. See you guys on the next one.
Yeah, of course. All right, we will see you then.
Yeah, bye.